Namaste and welcome to this morning yoga flow class for beginners. When we're ready, we'll get started at the front of our mat. So placing the feet together, toes touching, heels touching. You can take the hands to our center and just take a moment here to center yourself. You can close the eyes. And perhaps setting an intention for our day and our practice. When we're ready, we'll inhale as we draw both arms up, gazing up to the fingertips. We'll exhale as we come into our fold. Relaxing the upper body down. Bending the knees if we have to, but really making sure that the belly is coming right on top of the inner thighs at the quads. Beautiful. When you're ready, I want you to inhale, pulling up halfway. And as you exhale, we'll walk the right foot back as you place fingertips to the floor, and we'll drop the back knee. From here, I want you to move your hips back nice and slow. And if we need to, just modifying by drawing the knee a little bit further back, and we'll stretch out that left hamstring. Maybe we need to walk the hands a little bit further back. Just getting a nice stretch to that left hamstring. If it's possible, go a little bit deeper. Maybe we stay up a little bit, just stretching that left leg. And moving back forward, you can keep the left hand down as you swing the right hand forward, gazing up toward that right hand. Deep breaths here. Relaxing any tension into the shoulder. And slowly releasing right hand down. We'll lift the back knee to walk left foot back to your high plank. And we'll exhale to chaturanga. If you need to, we're dropping at the knees. And then pulling ourselves up. We'll start with our cobra. If you need to, again, baby cobra, just bending the elbows, lifting the chest. Eventually, you want to lift all the way up, rolling shoulders up and back, gazing forward. And squeezing the glutes, press the tops of the feet to the mat. And we'll exhale to downward facing dog or our progressive puppy. So bending the knees slightly and drawing the tailbone up and back. Eventually you can work on straightening the legs and perhaps dropping the heels to the floor. Maybe you're doing that nice and slow by dropping one heel and then the other. Just going back and forth here. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll start to bring our right foot forward in between the hands. We'll drop the left knee down. We'll start to stretch that right hamstring. Again, we're digging the ball of the heel. Again, we're digging the heel as we start to move back. Perhaps removing the hands. And if you really need to, you can use blocks to balance yourself here. Just try and continue to move forward. Think of eventually drawing your chin on top of the toes. Perhaps progressing by dropping that left. And perhaps progressing by dropping the glutes onto the left calf. Getting nice and low. Beautiful. Moving forward. Drop the sole of the foot down. We'll place the right hand down as we lift. Left arm reaching just slightly off to the right, and really feel that nice opening across the left side body just above the left hip and the left hip flexor. Again, finding our drishti, our gaze, just past the fingertips. Carefully releasing left hand. We'll walk right foot back, high plank. Exhale, moving through chaturanga, again dropping at the knees if we need to. And inhale, either cobra with the quads to the floor or press the tops of the feet down, lifting the quads off the mat. Again, gaze forward, roll the shoulders back, draw them down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. We'll exhale to downward facing dog. Finding our breath here in downward dog. Really spread the fingertips, but also dig the fingertips deep into the mat. Again, modify by bending the knees, but keep the spine long. Continue to press back. When you're ready, I want you to reach right leg up toward the ceiling, point the toe. Find a nice stretch this time across your left leg. Try and press that heel to the floor. If it's up, that's fine, but try and draw the heel even further back. We'll exhale, drawing right knee into the chest nice and slow. Release the right foot and finding runner's lunge. Let's take a moment here into your runners. Again, finding your drishti, finding your balance. Maybe you can start taking weight out of the arms and then start to pull yourself up to your warrior one, gazing forward. The glutes are strong here as we find a nice stretch to that left quad, the left abductor. And if we need to, we can always drop the back knee to the floor. Beautiful. Now from here, I want you to reach left arm forward, right arm back. Perhaps gazing towards that back hand. Again, if you can, we're keeping that knee up at the back. Beautiful. Now as slow as you can, I want you to take your right hand and then sweep the floor. So coming into a similar position as we did earlier. If you need to, drop the knee. If you can, keep it up. Nice and slow. We'll draw right arm forward, left arm back to our warrior two. Try and keep that right knee directly on top of the right ankle. I'm going to create length here to that right hamstring. Relax your mind, relax your breath. Beautiful. Slowly releasing right hand down, release left hand down, and we'll walk right foot back, high plank. Exhale, moving through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. When you're ready, exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg up, press through that right heel. We're looking for a really nice stretch here across the right leg. Find strength in the glutes. Exhale, draw left knee in nice and slow. And release the foot in between the hands. Beautiful, find your runner's lunge. Start taking weight out of the hands, pull yourself up. Inhale, warrior. Again, at any time we can drop the back knee throughout this sequence. Find your drishti here. Pay attention to your breath. When you're ready, right arm forward, left arm back. Again, find balance. Another modification here is just simply placing the hands onto the hips, but drawing that left shoulder back. Again, if we need to, right knee to the floor. And slowly sweeping, getting as low to the ground as you can. Sweep the floor, then pull yourself up as you pivot the back foot. Warrior two, gaze forward. And carefully releasing down. Walk left foot back, high plank. Exhale, moving through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Bend the knees if you have to. We'll hold downward facing dog here for 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, shoulders right to the ears. Great length across your back body. 2 more deep breaths. When you're ready this time, I want you to bend at the knees. And I want you to see if you can hop forward, bring your feet to the outside of your hands as you land into Malasana. I'm just taking a few moments in Malasana. Again, you can grab a block here if you need to, propping the hips up a little bit higher. If you really have to, you can lean onto the quads as you do this. But again, better if you can drop your hips a little bit lower. Really focusing on activating the front part of the shin, the tops of the feet. I want you to take your left hand as you bring it to your right ankle. You're going to reach right arm up, gazing up toward that right hand. And then exhale as you slowly sweep the floor. And then look to draw your right shoulder to the floor. Inhale back up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Good. We can move to the other side. This time right hand reaches left ankle. Inhale, left arm up. Again, if you need to. Maybe you're sitting up a little bit higher, seeing if you can hold on to the shin. Reaching, drawing down. 10, 9, eventually a little bit lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, draw the shoulder back down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can lift your hips up. And we'll try and keep the feet about hip distance apart. I just want you to relax here. Even bring the tops of the hands to the floor. Really opening up the hamstrings. Kind of shake the head here. Shake it no. Shake it yes. Shake it maybe, whatever that looks like. Just relaxing. Releasing all that tension out of the neck, the crown of the head. Beautiful, nice and slow. I want you to think that your arms don't work anymore. And you're going to roll all the way up. I think someone's pulling you up from the lowest part of your back. And then one vertebrae at a time. Lifting up. To standing. Beautiful. You can shake the legs out a little bit. Well, now let's see if we can play around with some balancing postures. The first balancing posture we're going to try is our tree pose. We're going to look at a few different variations of the tree. So grounding down with your right foot. If you're having a really hard time balancing with one foot to the floor, what I suggest you do as we work through this is just practice lifting your knee as high up as you can and dropping the toe back to the floor. Just seeing if you can find balance for a few more seconds as you lift the foot off the floor. Okay, so just continue to practice this. Eventually you want to place the foot either to the shin or the inner thigh. Now if you've managed to make it to the inner thigh but you're super wobbly and you don't get the rest of the actual balancing sequence in, and then you're not doing so much. So it's better that you perhaps hold here and you really feel the grounding leg. So the idea of this posture is to really strengthen the grounding leg and the grounding hip. So make sure that you tuck that hip in, the glutes are strong. Place the foot wherever you need it. And rather than having the hands to your Anjali Mudra, we're going to bring it into a Chin Mudra, pinching index and thumb together. I want you to place your left hand onto your left knee, right arm off to the right to somewhat counterbalance the posture. Now here, I want you to start to progress by slowly leaning off to the left. You're keeping that strength across the right side, so really making sure the glutes are strong. You're going to lean over to the left as you swing the right arm up and off to the left as well. Okay? If we have a hard time with this, we just come back up. Perhaps we've fallen out a couple times and we just choose to stay here or here. We can also practice just slightly bending with the foot to the calf. But I want you to see if you can hold for another 3 breaths here, whichever progression we've found so far. 3, 2, last one. Slowly back to center. Extend the leg, shake it out. Good. Let's see if we can do the other side. Ground your left foot down. Again, really spread the toes. We'll bring the foot and Chinmaya. Again, think of making that really nice C shape, but keeping the integrity of that left side. Perhaps gazing underneath the armpit here or keeping your gaze out in front of you. And again, it's not meant to be completely rigid, so if you're moving around, that's fine. The idea is to find balance, not keep balance. Let's see if we can hold for 3 more breaths here. 3, 2, last one. Carefully out, extend the leg before releasing, and you can shake it out. Beautiful. Now let's go through one more flow here to wrap up our morning Vinyasa. When you're ready, I want you to inhale, both arms up, gaze up, fingertips. We'll exhale through heart center into our forward fold. Again, bend the knees if you have to. When you're ready, I want you to inhale halfway, bend the knees. We'll walk right foot back, left foot back, high plank. We'll exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. We'll hold here for 3 more breaths. 3, 2, last one. And carefully dropping to the knees, we'll take a seat into our hero's pose, placing the hands to our Chinmaya. Just take a moment here into your hero's pose. Relaxing the legs, gonna move the hips around. Beautiful. Now let's finish off here with some spinal mobility. So I want you to move your knees just a little bit further apart. We'll take our right hand off to the right side. I want you to swing your left arm over to the left as you push your hips toward the front of the room, gazing towards that left hand, and carefully release back down. Nice and slow, moving to the other side. Take the left palm right beside the foot, gazing toward that right hand, pushing hips forward, and carefully back down. Just moving side to side. If you need to, maybe just dropping fingertips, giving you a little bit more height in the hips. Good. Let's go one more to each side. Beautiful. And when you're ready, crossing the feet out behind you, we'll roll back to a seated posture. From here, I just want you to bend your left knee, bring your left heel nice and close to your glutes. Now, the modification here is simply wrapping your arm around your left leg and taking the left hand out behind you as you gaze past your left shoulder. If you can, the progression, maybe crossing that right elbow to the other side. And again, we can also find our chin Maya Mudra once again. Try and keep that right foot in dorsiflexion, so not just flopping the leg, but pointing the toe up to the ceiling. Crown of the head lifts straight up to the ceiling. Deep breaths here. See if we can aim for 5 deep breaths. 5. 4. Breathing into the belly, into the diaphragm. 3. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Carefully releasing. Bending right knee, heel nice and close to the glutes. We'll cross left elbow over that right knee. Right hand reaches off to the side. And if you can, placing hand into Chin Maya as you lift the crown of the head. Holding here for 5 deep breaths. 5. 4. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Carefully releasing. This time you can place the hands to the back of your legs as you gently make your way down onto your back. We'll cross the feet and hugging the knees as you kind of rock side to side. Just releasing any last tension into the upper part of the quad, the hip flexor. When you're ready, I want you to extend both legs up, nice and straight, toes back to the face. You can draw the arms out nice and wide, palms facing down. We'll take a deep inhalation, filling up the belly. We'll exhale both legs all the way down nice and slow, keeping your back, low back to the mat. Bending the knees if you have to. And relaxing here to our corpse pose. You can draw the arms down by your side, palms facing upward. Slightly tucking in the shoulder blades. You walk the feet to the corners of the mat. And completely relaxing here. Just taking a few moments to be with ourselves, our breath, and our body. Allowing the breath to become slightly shorter. We feel a lightness surround the body. Throughout our practice, we're taking the time to create space in the body. Here we're taking the time to create space in the mind. Space in our hearts. Just allowing thoughts to come and go as they please. Centering a deep state of relaxation and observation. And we can choose to stay here for a few more minutes. Or when you feel ready, gently rolling to your right, using the arms as a pillow. And again, when you're ready, making your way up to a seated posture. You can bring the legs into a lotus position and the hands to your Anjali Mudra, placing the thumbs just above the forehead. And just take a moment here to focus on the intention you set for your practice and for your day. Hold it in your mind. Hold it in your heart. Thank you and namaste. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed it that much, please hit subscribe. It means a lot. And if you're someone who's looking to take their practice to that next level, whether you're a beginner looking to simply improve their practice, or even an advanced practitioner looking to fine-tune their practice, head over to B Movement Academy, my own online school of yoga and movement, where you can find all of my premium content and exclusive programs that will meet you every step of the way to meet any of those movement or mindfulness goals. Most light and love. Namaste.